welcome to your Friday Drive-By. This is where we answer your question, the question that is burning in your mind and maybe other people's minds as well. I'm Chris Collins, and this is Christian.
Hello, everyone.
The number, if you do have a question, is 8333-ASK-SDR. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. And let's go to this week's question.
Hey, what's up, guys? Love what you guys are doing on the channel. Quick question for you. I'm a insurance adjuster. I won't say which insurance, but it's one of the large companies you guys are probably familiar with. But I'm an insurance adjuster, and I'm thinking about switching over to service. In Southern California, an adjuster makes about $80K a year. Obviously, service in Southern California, they're in the six digits. So question for you guys on that. Do you guys feel like it would be difficult for an insurance adjuster to become a service advisor? Because as adjusters, we're, taught to pay, things that are aftermarket, just different things, or about saving our company money, pay what we owe, but also being smart. A service advisor, it's a little bit different, but do you think a claims adjuster for an insurance company would make for a good advisor? A claims adjuster has to be obviously detailed, customer service, on top of their stuff. They have to be a go-getter. It's a little bit different, I understand, with service, but that's the question. Lastly, again, will a insurance adjuster make a good service advisor? Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Wonderful question. The biggest difference between being an adjuster and being a service advisor is one is B2B, business to business, and one is business to customer, so B2C. So it's a lot different when you're dealing with a business versus a customer. And so you will find that customers are more stressful because they have energy and moods and bad days, and they're a lot more upset about things. I'm sure there's times as an adjuster you have to talk to a customer because say they want it totaled and you didn't total it, or maybe the amount you paid, but you have more kind of a guideline of what you're doing there. So it's a little more cut and dry. When you're writing service, you're kind of living with the customers all day long. That's where you live. And so a couple of them are in a bad mood and you have to shake it off. You kind of got to be like a quarterback where you throw an interception and the very next time you're in, you got to forget that. So it is more emotional. You have a little more to carry that way, plus the numbers and everything else. But you could do it for sure. It's just, if you like people and you like taking care of your customers and that's sort of a passion, then you'll do really well.
Yeah, I've had a lot of exposure to insurance adjusters over my career. So as an advisor, and then also I've had a couple of friends that did insurance adjusting. And the one thing I would tell you is that like the skill that you think you need is different than the skill that'll really help you out. Because the insurance adjuster that would be really, really successful is the same insurance adjuster that has a lot of empathy for the rough situation. So I remember seeing some of this insurance adjusters that would come in and do a quote. They'd be like, oh man, this customer, they've been out of their car for 2 days. They were in the hospital and I just want to make this really easy for them. That's the person that's going to be a really good job. I think that the hard part about the adjuster to advisor role is that really, I think that the main purpose for an adjuster is to kind of protect the company's, exposure and liability is kind of like number one. And then second is they want to take care of the customer. Whereas I think that you have to take care of the customer first as an advisor. That's got to be priority number one. And then the house wins kind of on the backside, but it's just kind of flipping that. I don't see any reason somebody couldn't go from one job to the other though.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially if you're seeing it as a possibility for making more money, like that's not a bad reason to flip over. A lot of people make a really good living writing service.
I know I did.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
Now what we do is buy buildings and fix them up.
Money Pits. I saw a clip from that Tom Hanks movie, Money Pit. You ever seen that?
It's funny. It's the same address as we have here.
Feels a lot like that. Thanks so much for the question, Anonymous from an anonymous company.
Yes.
Remember the number's 8333-ASK-SDR. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. And if we play your question on the show, we'll send you a swag bag. So look out for that adjuster out there wearing a Service Drive Revolution ball cap.
I know it was you.
We'll see you next time on Service Drive Revolution. Thanks for watching this week's Drive By. I hope we gave you something to think about over the weekend. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.